What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking British and Irish Lions, especially the tour, that all the talks down under are getting a little bit more support as we are approaching the Lions series, which is scheduled to take place later in the year in South Africa. But obviously due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's all been thrown up in the air as we are not sure whether or not this tournament will take place in the country, either with crowds, definitely not with crowds at this stage of COVID-19, or taking place with no crowds at all. Obviously, the British and Irish Lions tour brings in a lot of monetary value to the country that they host. Tourism, opportunities for charities and all that stuff to get good monetary value from the British and Irish Lions teams. Not only that, the small businesses that are working around the clock to try and host the Lions and to get form activities, coaching clinics, etc. to support this tournament and to raise awareness for rugby in the communities, the townships and all that jazz. But obviously there's also people in the UK who are bidding for this thing to stay in South Africa, as they have potential opportunities not only from a sporting point of view but a tourism point of view. I personally know of a tourism company in the UK that are wanting to send their guests on an African safari, connect them to the Lions tour. There's a lot of monetary value in that, but now with COVID-19 that could not go to according to plan, and this company could lose massive amount of money due to this. So there's a lot of other aspects that are around this tournament that isn't just about rugby. It's about development, monetary and all that stuff. And in an economy like South Africa right now, which is in the dumps, we kind of need this tournament desperately. But having said that, us, the London British and Irish Lions officials, are meeting on Thursday, which is tomorrow at the time of this recording, to discuss the proposal given from Rugby Australia. Obviously, not too long ago, the heads of Rugby Australia had offered to host Lions taking on South Africa, but in Australia. The reason why is because they can host crowds and provide an exciting and entertaining tournament. Obviously, funds will go to South Africa and to the Lions, and then funds will go to Australia for the hosting of it so that they can cover those types of costs. Obviously, it was met with mixed emotions. There were certain things that were going, online petitions going against this decision. There was talk of it going to the UK rather. I even heard that the United Arab Emirates have Dubai and all those places have also offered to host the tournament. So we will have to wait and see. At the end of January, I read an article was saying that British and Irish Lions tour was pretty much the officials were going to say thank you Australia, but no thank you. But now I'm hearing that there's a little bit more support, which is rapidly growing. Now obviously this is understandable. People want to buy tickets, get this tournament underway. They don't want to wait till 2022. They don't want to miss out on an opportunity to attend such a historic event, where a lot of people have invested time and money and thoughts into this, and now all of a sudden they might not even be able to go watch their team play live. So what do? You have another option: send it over to Australia, where the British and Irish public can then travel over and watch the tournament. We know it's heavily supported and very well supported by the European fan base, and it probably will continue to be. Obviously, this is all depending on if they take the decision to move it to Australia. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's say at the end of April, we will pretty much have a decision. It was supposed to be at the end of February, but obviously with so many logistics, I can't potentially see how they can wait as long as April, because you guys who are wanting to travel from overseas to whether it's Australia or South Africa need to book your tickets, need to prepare, get your accommodation, get your trips planned, know which game's playing where and how and what. So from a logistical point of view, it needs to be decided like now, so that preparations can be taken place, whether it's extended, whether there's no fans, or whether it's in Australia for fans. So there's a bit of, it's still really much up in the air. And then obviously the last one is the time zones in Australia. We'll be watching the game midday opposed to our normal South African or English time. Obviously, England are currently 2 hours ahead of us, no, behind us. So what we would play a normal 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock game, there it would be obviously not too far. And by that time, clocks would have changed, I think, so it would be 1 hour difference. Whereas Australia, to play, it's going to be 11, 12 in the morning for South Africa, well, 11 morning, 12 afternoon. So there's a lot of things that are in the airs logistically and what people see. I want a tournament just as much as you guys do. I want to see it happen in June just as much as you do. But for the sake, as a South African, I know what's at stake for so many people around who are getting involved in this tournament. So I want it postponed. Obviously, I understand not everyone gets that or might not care, or rather just stuff it, play rugby. We want to go see the tournament. It's British and Irish Lions. They make the decision. I get that. But also understand, South Africa have waited 12 long years for this opportunity. And 4 years ago, 8 years ago, we didn't know, or 12 years ago, we didn't know that a pandemic was going to hit the world and cause so much chaos. So by waiting a little bit longer, I think people could try and be a little bit more lenient. But I know there's a few out there that just don't give a S. But having said that, we'll have to wait and see. It's not in our hands. It is in the hands of the British and Irish Lions officials and SA Rugby and Rugby Australia, as they are discussing tomorrow. So we might have an answer as to where it could be leading sometime tomorrow on Thursday. That's going to do it for today's video. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I hope you have a great day further. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.